let people tell it. They knew.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did you know?
Oh,
Dude, how you know Luther was gay?
yeah.
How did you know? Man, hell yeah, I knew he was gay. Did you know? Because I can only think of one or two ways that you could know another man is gay.
I'm telling you.
You either saw him do some shit or
you did some shit
you
with
did some shit with him. Now we go. Woo. Episode 53.
Yep.
This is the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
You got a sports reference for 53? Who you know?
Ain't no
I don't know.
basketball or football.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's an odd ass number for any player.
Yeah.
53. I got one for next week.
Okay.
But yeah, today nah. I mean, if you want to flip it and go back to 35, that was KD old number.
All right. We can roll with that. Roll with that.
All right. But yeah. Episode 53, Fuck That
go.
Shit Dog podcast.
Yes, sir.
I am your co-host Veezy.
Yep. Qurious.
Yeah, buddy. And now listen. I know I said no pig shit last week. I said no more pig shit. Did I not?
That's what you said.
I said it. And I mean it. But
we got some pig shit.
Got a little bit of pig shit. I stepped in a little pig shit on the way.
Hey.
I'm just saying, like, this we got to talk about. And that's why we're going to talk about it now and get it out the fucking way.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
It's two things. And they tie into each other. Biden's State of the Union address.
Okay.
You saw it?
Nah, I didn't check
Me
it out.
neither. I don't watch that shit because I don't care.
I mean,
I listen.
Yeah.
I do not give a fuck with white people and how they run. I don't give a fuck about white people and how they run in this country because it don't affect me. It do, but it don't.
It do, but it don't. But
you know what I'm saying?
It's a progress report for America.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. Right?
Right.
But they'll show you clips and shit and certain things of what was said.
Right.
And you know, back when Breonna Taylor was murdered,
right,
there was a movement that started that came out of that. You know, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd.
Yeah.
There was a movement that came out of that, and that was the Defund the Police movement.
Right.
Now, for anybody that is listening to this and just let out a deep sigh like, here these niggas go talking about defunding the police. What you gonna do without police? I want all y'all to just sit back, shut the fuck up and listen. Real talk. Because if you don't understand what defund the police actually means, you really don't need to make any comments on it. Because if you listen to the media and all the people that are against defund the police, black people included, coons, okay, they don't really give light to what the people who are saying defund the police actually mean. Right?
Yeah, break it down. Break it down.
Defund the police. It doesn't mean take all the money away from the police and don't fund them at all.
Doesn't mean that.
It doesn't mean that. Which is why defund the police is probably not the correct slogan.
Right.
What it means is cut some of the police budget, take some of that money away from the police and put it to programs that have been proven to have an effect on lowering the crime rate.
So what you mean is like programs that help people learn how to de-escalate situations?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No, because that's still going to the police.
Okay.
That's programs, yeah, but after school programs, keeping kids off the street programs, take some of that money from the police, put it back into education, because you as an educator know a lot of the public school budget was cut and a lot of programs were cut.
All the time.
That's nationwide.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? Extracurricular activities. That's the reason why you don't have a lot of trades in high school anymore.
Right.
Like my high school is no longer in existence, but other high schools where I'm from, they don't have you don't have wood shop anymore.
Yeah.
Mechanic shop. You know what I'm saying? Where you go in and you learn how to work a lathe.
With your hands, yeah.
Learn how to work a drill.
Yeah.
Learn how to work a buzzsaw. These little niggas don't know how to do that shit now.
Nope. Those are classes I had. I had those
classes.
classes.
We had them classes. I had them classes in the 8th grade.
Word, me too.
Before high school. And a lot of my friends that went to the same high school that I went, because I didn't go to their middle school, but they had those classes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So take money from that. Take money from the police and put it into mental health programs. Because like we talked about last week, a dude having a mental health outbreak should not be beaten to death.
Or shot mistakenly.
Or shot mistakenly because he's trying to protect somebody.
Yeah, you don't have the right words to try to get this man calm, because all you know is shoot first and ask questions later.
Exactly. And what it also does is take some of that responsibility away from the police. Police are always saying they overworked. You call us for everything. You call us to get a cat out the tree. You call us for this. You call us for that. Okay, defund the police. Let's not call the police for those menial motherfucking tasks that you could call a social worker for, or a neighborhood caretaker, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Right.
For that.
Give
the police a budget so that they can do police work, investigate real crime, solve real crimes, and come when called upon for real emergency events. Somebody gets shot, yes, call the police. They need to be there because they need to find out who the fuck did the shooting.
So basically what you're saying is that they need to redirect funds, and also that the media is at fault by using words like defund, because it makes it seem like you're just taking away.
Media didn't come up with defund the police. That slogan that was a grassroots movement. Okay. That started defund the police. The media flipped it.
But they don't explain it though. Like the way you just broke
it was
down.
explained. It was explained by the grassroots.
Okay.
The way I explained it
right.
is how it was explained to me.
Right.
Right?
Right.
The media took defund the police, especially Fox News and Daily Mail, Daily Beast, all the fucking right wing, especially the right wing news outlets, took that shit and said, "Oh, they want to take your police budget and cut it to zero and just take all the money away from the police. And what are the police gonna do? No, nigga, you
fighting crime with no bullets.
Police budgets in Jacksonville,
right?
The police budget is like 2/3 of the city budget. That's what they CAC, Community Action Committee, I think. Community Action.
Mm-hmm.
They're right now, got a movement to revert funds from the police to these type of programs. They're not calling it defund the police.
What they call it?
I don't remember.
Right.
I don't have it in front of me right now, but I know it's something similar.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's what it is.
Right.
Take that money, cut some of that budget, take that money to fund these other programs, take some of that responsibility away from the police, give it to social workers, mental health workers, community workers.
Right.
So that we're not calling on them for the stupid shit that takes them away from what they need to be doing.
Like the shootings in this motherfucker.
Boom. and another thing, you don't need police. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it with a caveat. You don't need police perched on the side of the road looking to write up tickets all day.
All day.
I'm going to say that with a caveat because in Jacksonville, maybe them niggas do need to be there. Because y'all niggas can't drive here. You Jacksonville niggas can't drive. I'm just going to say that. I know you, but you ain't from here.
No.
All right. No. I don't know what it is.
Niggas can't drive.
These niggas can't drive. I don't know what it is.
Every day some bullshit.
I don't know if it's they not teaching y'all right or they just giving licenses to any old fucking body.
Niggas be thinking
I think it's both.
Hey,
these motherfuckers can't drive.
They think they at a racetrack all the damn time.
Dog. So
like, signals mean you're communicating without saying something. Niggas be like, fuck your signal.
and it's like that. But I mean, it shouldn't be like, let's just punish citizens for being citizens.
Yeah, and that's
like,
it.
Police don't need to be worried about loitering. Why is that even a motherfucking rule? Littering. Get a community fucking watchdog to handle that shit. They can write up the citations and they won't be part of the police. They won't be part of the police. You know what that does? That keeps that fucking, you know, I don't know if this ever happens, but let's say you walking down the street, you go to throw something in the trash can, you miss, or you just don't, you throw it on the ground and say, fuck it. And the police comes and it's like, hey, yo, you picked that shit up. And, you know, a nigga's like, fuck you, pig. I'm not picking that shit up. This is the extreme. I don't think it would happen like this, but
you would do that shit.
But what's the next question? Let me see your let me see your identification. And then it's,
you say, why?
I ain't showing you shit.
There you go.
I don't need to show you my identification. No. I don't know why I'm saying identification. I don't need to show you my identification.
Hey, no, I get a flashback.
Trash. I'll pick this shit up and throw it in. Please don't bring that up.
I can just remember, like, dog, just your attitude when we was in school, and dog, that nigga be like, fuck you, and going home. And dog, Art in the tank top used to be a wild ass thing.
Man, that nigga in the tank top, don't, be
tripping, boy.
All 140 pounds of a wild ass nigga.
With the do-rag on and tripping.
Hat cocked to the side.
Tripping.
Bruh.
Ready for a problem. That nigga would say, why?
Oh, my God. Yeah, bro. Yeah. But still, I'm just saying, that cuts that interaction out, right? Because a community watch person, whatever you want to call it, wouldn't have the power to arrest nobody. You get a citation, and that's it. Pay it, don't pay it. You don't pay it, you're going to face the consequences. You pay it. Like, what's the fine? Like $5 for littering?
No,
$50. It should be more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Littering should, if you look around every major city, littering should be a huge motherfucking fine.
Yeah, because they'll keep fucking it up. But what you call it? The Green Party, you know, who doesn't get any kind of recognition or whatever, or some of those candidates, they've said like, hey, independent commissions who are, you know, in these neighborhoods doing things, and it's like these ideas get overlooked because they're not Republican or Democrat.
Exactly.
And it's like they have great ideas.
The Democrats don't pick. The Democrats grab a lot of ideas from the Green Party, Green New Deal, and some other shit. Yeah. They pick up. Legalizing weed came from the Green Party and the Libertarians. Democrats pick that shit up. A lot of the shit that they pick up from the Green Party to sway people from, sway centerists from moving in that direction. Yeah. I won't even call them centerists. I'll just call them independents. People that don't identify as Republican or Democrat. They tend to gravitate towards Green Party, Libertarian side of things.
Right.
So, Democrats will pick shit up from Green Party. Republicans pick shit up from Libertarian Party all the time and implement it in a lot of the shit that Donald Trump was talking, that's a lot of that libertarian shit.
Yeah, I mean anything that supposedly restricts how much money I make or my ability to have a firearm, then you are violating my rights. Libertarians be like, oh, you saying
Libertarians
that's your
all about
platform,
my
Republicans?
rights. Yeah.
Okay, well I'm going to end up voting Republican because apparently this is what they're pushing, saying that we should have unrestricted, rights in this particular area. So
and the differences between the Green Party and the Libertarian Party, like they like Democrat Junior and Republican Junior.
Yeah, because green is still more environmental.
Yeah,
still more.
That's why it's called the Green Party.
Right. So it's still more environmental. And it's like you want to do what's good for
the environment.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, you're right. Democrat, Junior, Democrat.
Yeah, because they still on like
some similar, but they don't line up with all the bullshit.
They're right wingers that don't want to identify as right wingers and left wingers who don't want to identify as left wingers. But y'all is way on that side of the motherfucking fence. Y'all not over here. Y'all way over there. Y'all not toward the center. Green Party is way the fuck over there, and Libertarian is like right around. If a moderate is here, a Libertarian is here, and then Ku Klux Klan and the neo Nazis is way the fuck over there.
The white nationalists.
Alt right is way the fuck over there.
Way the fuck.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of the time I can jump back and forth between green and libertarian because
makes sense.
Sometimes libertarians make a lot of sense to you until you get one that's talking that bullshit.
Oh yeah, I know plenty of those.
But yeah, that whole defund the police and for Joe Biden to stand up on stage and say the answer isn't to defund the police, it's to fund the police. We've been telling y'all this since before the election. Joe Biden wants to give them more money. I can't tell you how many arguments I got in with niggas when I pulled up hit from his own motherfucking website. The platform that he's running on that says we want to give police more money. They're not in them words, but and it's like, dude, Joe, anything but Trump and blah blah blah. All right, okay, but while you're screaming defund the police and you're voting for a president that absolutely, positively does not, you will not get that from him.
You absolutely contradict what you want to happen.
Exactly, and I swear to God, telling niggas that you are voting against your own self-interest when you vote for the Democrats is like you're voting against your own self-interest when you vote for the Democrats.
Yeah.
Wall.
It's crazy.
Hey, Wall, can you hear me, Wall?
Yeah. But then, in retrospect, that's when, and I've had conversations with my own fathers like, you want to say Kanye West is retarded and stupid, but hey, some of the stuff he be saying, it makes a lot more sense. It is facts. The Democrats take the black vote for granted. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't.
And the Republicans just be like, know y'all ain't gonna vote for you, so they don't even try.
They don't even try. They not pandering for your vote. So it's like,
you know what they'll do? They'll march a nigga out in front of you and don't let him talk until y'all vote for him. And then when he gets in office, he refuses to charge the police that killed Breonna Taylor.
There you go.
There's a lot of niggas voted for that nigga.
A lot of. He looked like us. Let's vote for him. Don't care nothing about his politics.
I had to look this nigga up, man, and to see how he got in. Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he did all the right things.
Yeah, but speaking of Breonna Taylor, the pig that was it was one pig on trial related to that entire case, and I'm definitely not. This is 2 minutes. He was acquitted of 3 counts of federal. Not federal. What's the word? That's felony. Felony wanton endangerment. So the bullets that went into the house, into the neighbor's house, he was charged for that. He was just acquitted of it.
That makes sense. You're directly responsible for it, but yet you get off.
He's the only nigga that was fucking charged. The not the cops that actually shot her, not the cops that kicked in the door. Nobody else that, not the investigator that fucked up the investigation. Nobody was charged for that shit, and they're not going to be.
Yeah.
They're not going to be. So again,
yeah, it's crazy.
but enough pig shit, man. That shit stinks anyway. Yeah. LeBron says he wants to play his final season wherever Bronny gets drafted.
I think it's very far fetched. People are really almost like kind of joking about the fact that they think Bronny is an NBA prospect. I don't think he should skip college. He's not ready for that
How old
stage.
is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
He got to be at least 16, 17. He's probably getting his junior year.
So 2024, he's going to be 18.
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. And I mean, at best, he's a little bit above average high school player. He's not a superstar.
This is what people were saying. They were saying this is LeBron's shot at nepotism. I'm going to get my son in the league, and I'm going to get him drafted when he's 18 instead of having to go to college. Because if I say I'm going to play on the team that my son plays for, I'm LeBron. That's automatic.
It's historical.
It was automatic. We get LeBron. But to say LeBron's going to be LeBron in 2024, this LeBron, the LeBron we saw last night, shooting the lights out the goddamn gym, thinking that nigga is going to be the same nigga we see in 2024. I don't know.
I mean, there's a possibility, but he was still, even though he might not lose very much offensively, he'll be a liability defensively. So, I mean, that's just, is a franchise willing to invest years just to say, I want LeBron to play for me?
Is a franchise, you said it.
It's silly enough.
Because what's going to happen when LeBron gets there?
I mean, shoot.
He's going to bust the team down.
But
he's going to bust the team down, make them sign the niggas that he wants signed.
But 20 years in the league. Like, people don't understand. And you an athlete, I'm an athlete, or former athlete. But 20 years means something. Dog, you have miles on your legs. Yeah. I don't care what the fuck he doing to recuperate. He freezing himself in the chamber, eating fruits and vegetables 24 hours a day. It don't matter.
Think about why Tom Brady was able to do what he did.
You don't want to chase nobody 20 years old.
Think about how Tom Brady was able to do what he did.
Go to sleep at 8 o'clock.
Barely get hit.
Yeah.
And you play the most protected position in the game.
You buy rollies for your offensive lineman. You have Sunday dinner at your house.
And you play the most protected position in the game.
Yeah.
The refs protect 44. You. Your offensive line protects you. The owners protect you. The coaches protect you.
Everybody.
The opposing team. Coach, don't hit Tom Brady too hard. Bitch, I'm knocking his ass the fuck out.
That's my boy.
Fuck him.
But yeah, man. I think it's far fetched for that whole father-son connection. If it happens, cool. It'll be cool to look at, but I still don't think that it's gonna do any favors. Like, he's seen his better days. He's not winning another championship, and it's not because he's not good enough. It's because I can tell you why he'll never win another championship. Because if you can't play off the ball and be more of a supporter and let the young dude do what he got to do, then you'll never win. You come down, they watch you play, they watch you drive to the basket, and they just stand around. Nobody can get in the rhythm. And nobody can get in the rhythm. And I don't give a fuck about that goofy-ass stat making it seem like he's the best passer in the league. No, he's not. If I drive to the hole and they collapse on me and I dump it to you, and it's like you happen to make it, it does not make me a genius.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, dog, like I said, he's seen his better days. And, like, right now he's getting booed in the home stadium. So he's getting booed by LA. Like I said, he had a great night last night. He didn't get booed
last night.
No, yeah. I mean, shoot, they love you when you're doing good.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, people are ready to see like what's this offseason gonna look like because they definitely not thinking championship.
Trade that nigga.
Yeah,
Trade him. LA. LA.
they
Trade
should.
him. Cause trade him and AD.
I would get rid of AD. I would get rid of AD first.
Yeah. Cause you gave up all that shit to get him. Thank you, LeBron. Instead of waiting a year to sign him, you trade for him on his last year. Trade how many first round picks?
At least 2 or 3, something like
And now
that.
you stuck with fragile ass, injured ass, always injured ass AD, old ass LeBron, old ass Carmelo, and a bunch of little niggas
Yeah, and it's safe to say it didn't work.
There.
Your experiment didn't work, and they were talking championship.
Reeves, what the fuck is that?
You got Skip Bayless championing Reeves, and it's crazy. It's like white people love to champion a white player who's getting some buckets, and it's like he have a good game here and there, but that don't mean he can really like play like that. Oh, he got 10 points in 25 minutes.
The announcers was talking like, this is not a talented roster. Like, if you take LeBron, Carmelo, and whoever the fuck else, and Westbrook off the team, like, they're not gonna.
They ain't shaking that.
They ain't shaking shit.
Man, they just throw it away and just rebuild.
And Westbrook is a winner.
No, Westbrook is a certified
Westbrook
lunatic.
will never win.
I've said it. I got a homeboy who sits there and defends Westbrook daily. Daily. And it's like, dog, how many games you have to see? The man makes bad decisions. His athleticism is his best attribute. But guess what? That's going away because you're getting older. You're getting older. Your shot broke, and if you're not willing to, not necessarily feel like you have to take the shot, distribute, he don't play right. I've always said he ain't play right. But, niggas like the flash.
2 niggas you hate, Westbrook and fucking James Harden.
Yeah, man, fuck James Harden.
Older players, namely Oakley and Shaq, were saying that Giannis wouldn't be an MVP caliber player in the 80s and 90s.
Old niggas hating.
Yeah.
He was still getting buckets.
Yep.
Oh, that man is what? 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot. Athletic. He can shoot the 3, dunking, play strong. Who's going to stop him?
Shaq tried to break it down. But I'm like, it just sounds like you a nigga from that era that don't think any of these niggas playing in this era could play with y'all just because y'all were physical. But here's the thing. Technology alone makes younger people stronger because they have more access to more innovative ways of building their bodies. And people are healthier now.
You can say that too.
Especially athletes. The athletes back in the day used to smoke and drink and shit the day before the game. They ain't have no kind of fucking diet. Maybe a few of them did. Yeah. Ain't no kind of diet. Eating steak every fucking night. Yeah. That's why they got gout and shit now.
Yeah.
Trying to play jumping up and down all goddamn day. So what y'all was able to take a few hits.
Yeah. Well, just think about it. It's just like, okay, it's retarded to say that you don't think that a 6'11" KD wouldn't do well in the 80s. You retarded? Like, the nigga just shoot the lights out. Who can stick him guard? Can't nobody guard him now.
No. And that's the whole thing. Yeah. If these niggas now played in that era then, they can shoot.
Yeah, you don't think Steph Curry wouldn't be able to shoot the lights out?
Steph Curry would.
It'll be, ugh.
Showtime Lakers.
It'll be
Steph Curry.
What, Steph? Man, look, they don't play defense now. I get that. It's
They
terrible to watch
can't
NBA games
play
now.
defense now.
Yeah, I mean everything's all touch foul and stuff. I
Yeah.
get it, but that doesn't take away from the fact that these guys are talented.
Yeah. If I can't put my body on you, I understand some niggas like, what's the point?
Right.
Like if you get to this part, like if you get to the crease or whatever that part is right under the rim, that line right under the rim, you got it. I'm gonna go up, but it's gonna be a foul. If I'm trying to block your shot, I gotta go either around you or behind you and make sure I hit nothing but the ball, because
They call a foul.
you call a foul. If I brush you, if I go straight up and you bump into me, I'm gonna get called for the foul because I was in your way.
Yep. If you get in there, that is a foul.
Now, here's the thing. I will say, a lot of these niggas, when they be complaining, that's a foul, they definitely would be complaining a lot back in the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah.
I give them that. But they say they couldn't play.
Yeah.
Would they have a 16, 17, 18-year career? Hell no.
Yeah.
LeBron wouldn't have no 20-year career if he played back then. Because, number one, he's a power forward. His ass wouldn't be... You'd have to be down there with Rodman.
With his elbow
and
in
Oakley.
Back.
And Barkley.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't posting them niggas up. And
no.
And Rodman is one of the best... what do they call it? Wing defense?
Yeah, he's the best defender.
Yeah, like...
You know what I'm saying? All-time defense.
LeBron don't have no super duper handles like that.
No, not really. Now in the open court, I think he's still.
He's just big and strong.
Yeah,
he'll still be able to drive. But look, it was a monster down there.
Yeah. But I mean, just comparing eras is honestly, it really is disrespectful.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, those guys are good for what they are. But it'd be silly to say that guys who are more athletic now couldn't do well against.
Long story short, Giannis would do great in the 80s.
Yeah,
and 90s.
That's it. Simple as that.
Nigga, look at some of the niggas that played back then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you telling me that he wouldn't do good against the Chief Robert Parrish, I like the Chief. Giannis couldn't have hooped on the Chief, or Bill Cartwright, or Bill Walton.
Dunked all over them niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, stop it. Yeah.
I think it's just that. I think what they saying is he wouldn't do that shit to me.
Well, but then it's like, man, I put it like this: if a young dude say he can beat me or whatever the case may be, it's not gonna be like, no, you can't, man. Maybe you can. I'm 20 years older than you. Goddamn it.
No. In your prime.
Well,
I can understand Shaq in his prime saying Giannis wouldn't do that shit to me.
Okay.
Okay.
I can like that.
But Giannis probably wouldn't have to, because Giannis has way more game than a lot of the centers and forwards you saw back then.
Yeah.
Because back then it was at power forward Chris Webber and Kevin Garnett.
Nice.
And Tim Duncan, who was really just fundamentals, all fundamentals. He wasn't pulling nobody to the 3-point line. Chris Webber started that shit, and then Kevin Garnett took it off. Right? And then you had Dirk and all them come in.
Nice.
Now, all them niggas be trying to do that shit.
All of them.
Like, if you a power forward, you are expected to be able to shoot at least 30%. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at least. And then probably from
25.
3. Yeah.
From 3. I'm not talking about.
Yeah, from 3.
25, 30.
Yeah.
Like, if you get the green light to shoot if you wide open.
Yeah, you let's go and shoot it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why when you watch the games, you see 4 niggas behind the 3-point line.
Yeah.
And
it's like 4 niggas on the outside
y'all doing?
And that's why I be like, this shit is trash.
Get the ball down in the fucking paint.
And do something. But yeah. Needless to say, Giannis would do well.
Mm-hmm. He would do.
He'd do well.
Still on Shaq though.
All right.
This is Shaq said he wants to get Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan in a room for a conversation.
I think that would be hilarious.
That shit would be amazing.
It would be hilarious. But you know what? I would love to see them go back and forth. And maybe it might be bad for America to see two black men, respected black men, going back and forth about their glory days. But I remember that time.
It wasn't bad when Kobe and Shaq did it.
Shoot, they had a grown man discussion. It was great.
That's what we talking about.
Oh, you think they can have one?
A sit down and a conversation with Shaq mediating.
I'll put it like this. That would be nice, but as much as I love Jordan, that is a petty ass nigga. He is petty. I don't think he'll be bringing up some stupid shit like, nigga, let's play right now. Like, dog, y'all 50.
But you don't think
he's petty?
Zeke can match that nigga petty, dog.
Yeah. They both can.
Zeke can match that nigga petty.
So the two niggas at the barbecue that just don't want to settle some shit.
Two niggas that don't fucking like each other.
It'll be interesting.
I'll watch it.
I would too.
Boy, if that shit was pay-per-view, I'd watch it. I'll pay for it.
I'll watch it too. Because their discussion would be very like, dog, the Pistons. I remember watching those series and I knew that they really did not fuck with each other at all. That's what made it so compelling to watch.
Yeah.
And of course, the Pistons were the favorite.
Yeah.
They were the favorite. And it was like, I'd be like just hoping the Bulls will win. And but yeah, man, it'll be great to see.
I don't think we could have been friends back in 1991. Fuck the Bulls, man. Fuck the Bulls and anybody that liked them motherfuckers, man. Fuck that shit. Hate them niggas. Those are exact words from Veezy in 1991.
I ain't like them.
After
all them niggas. Edwards, Lambeer.
After the Pistons were swept by the Bulls.
Vinnie Johnson. I like Vinnie Johnson.
I think I was saying that shit after game 3.
I like Vinnie Johnson.
Dog,
that was about it. That's all I like.
I respected the Bulls. I liked B.J. Armstrong. Steve Kerr was all right. Those are two different teams.
Yeah. John Paxson.
No, I fucking hate him. I know they on two different teams. I'm just saying. I'm naming people on. I don't give a fuck what team Rodman goes to. That's my nigga. That's Warren.
Yeah, I ain't like him either.
That's Warren. Love that nigga. I don't give a fuck how weird he is. That's my nigga.
I mean, I like him now. He went to the Bulls.
I liked him when he went to the Spurs. I liked him when he went to the Bulls.
Kicked them off.
That's
the
my
Spurs
dog.
and Dallas.
I don't give a fuck. That's my dog.
And then went and won 3 championships.
That is my dog.
Phil Jackson.
That's my dog. I like him. I like Horace Grant.
I like Horace Grant.
I can say that. I hate Scottie Pippen. And I absolutely hate Michael Jordan. And John Paxson can eat a big bag of dicks.
Oh, I don't know about this. MGZ, nigga. I fuck with MGZ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't stand John.
But I would definitely watch it though.
I couldn't stand John Paxson, and I couldn't stand John Stockton. I know Stockton played for the Jazz.
I like Stockton.
But him and Malone, fuck them niggas too.
I like them.
Fuck Karl Malone. Nigga elbow my dog in the eye. You did that shit on purpose, bitch ass nigga. Let's move on.
Move on.
But yeah, this if Shaq can get them niggas in the room together, that's must-see TV.
Yeah.
That's must-see TV. All right, so let's briefly talk about what's going on in Ukraine. Specifically, what's going on with Africans in Ukraine.
You see the definite mistreatment of Africans over there, blocking them from trying to escape.
Yeah, and it's really just let's pray for Ukraine, but
just the white people in Ukraine.
Just the white people, and let's overlook the racist shit they're doing while we're praying for them. Nah, fuck them.
Man.
I hope Russia blows that shit sky high.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, what does this shit have to do with us?
Well, it does have something to do with us because whatever alliances America may have, it draws more of our troops, there. So it's like
ain't none of our troops there.
They was about to mobilize like 3,000 troops to send over there.
That's what they working up to. And they just moved everybody out.
Yeah, but so
the U.S. moved everybody out before Russia even moved in.
Yeah, but see, but the thing is, you don't want Russia to spread its influence. So You know what I'm saying? If he takes over this, it's like, okay, well, I can take over more shit. So it's gonna be like a domino effect. So then of course you got Russia who's cool with China.
Mm-hmm.
And of course America really don't want no smoke with China. So, you know what I'm saying? It can really turn into some bullshit. So it's not doing nothing now, but y'all see that motherfucking gas.
What's 3,000 troops gonna do?
You're right. Nothing. Except give more people PTSD. Nothing.
I seen a post that said the U.S. could end this shit right now if they just guaranteed Russia that Ukraine would not join NATO. But the U.S. does not want a diplomatic solution to this war. Do you see how like Russia just being demonized, sanctions on top of sanctions on top of sanctions? They do that. You know why they do that? The sanction shit, right?
Yeah.
It's to get the people in the country to turn on the government.
Yeah, they gonna fuck up your
sanctions ain't gonna hurt the Russian government.
No, it fucks up the money though. It's like if you're affecting their economy, if y'all fucking up their money flow, then maybe they'll stop what the fuck they doing.
No. It's not to hurt the government. It's to hurt the people so that the people turn on the government. That's like, put it this way. If China put sanctions on America and said we will no longer allow y'all to manufacture clothes here, and then they put sanction on all the Asian countries that allowed the United States to manufacture products in those countries and shut down all that manufacturing.
Yeah.
Then Americans couldn't get their Nikes, they couldn't get their Sony PSPs, PS5, and all the luxury shit we like that would make us mad at the government and hopefully overthrow the government, which would never fucking happen because white people. But that's what it's intended to do.
Okay. Well,
that's what sanctions are intended for. They don't hurt. Because it's like, does Russia really give a fuck that we don't do business with them? They already consider us an enemy.
But, they were trade partners still.
You can be trade partners with your enemies.
Yeah. But, but if they're not getting that money or whatever they was counting on from America.
They don't give a fuck. Sanctions don't do shit.
That's what they use them.
They use them to make the people upset. Russian people, Russian civilians upset.
Right.
The government, it does not hurt them at all.
Well, true enough. But it's still a tactic.
Yeah. That's all it is. But yeah, as far as Ukraine can go, though, y'all treatment of my African brothers and sisters is horrible. And like I said, stop it or hopefully.
What you do?
Oh, do we have a bomb? I don't have a bomb. Right? That's a gunshot.
That's good enough?
No. I need a. I ain't even using these shits.
Yeah.
It's like when I get to talking, I don't really be caring about the.
Yeah.
Russia and Ukraine.
You are a bitch ass nigga.
We can go there. But yeah.
What's up? Let's knock him out.
Let's go into some other shit, man. Because we talked about Biden. I pulled a lot of this stuff up to the front, so we don't really got to talk about that. There's another topic on there I want to talk about. We'll save for a little bit later.
All right, where we at, though?
Man, have you seen Madea Homecoming?
I heard it was funny. Heard it was actually pretty good. No.
Brown is funny.
Yeah.
Nigga that plays Mr. Brown, he's funny.
Yeah.
Everything else, I'll even give Joe credit. Like the other character Tyler Perry plays, the old man.
Yeah.
He has some funny parts. Other than that, he could have kept this shit.
Same old shit.
He could have kept it. Could have kept it.
I might
And then they
check it
talking
out.
about. I watched maybe 2/3 of it, and then I can't finish this shit. The part I didn't see was this nigga Tyler Perry, Madea, doing the Beyonce, like
dancing. Oh no. I'm not watching you twerking the dress. 6'4" nigga. No.
I think it's weird.
Hey, after a while, not saying nothing against the LGBTQ whatever. But
it ain't got nothing to do. He ain't LGBT.
Well, I mean, you about 45 years old and you ain't got no whatever.
He's not LGBTQ, none of that shit. He's a cross-dresser. That don't count. Unless you want to call that queer. Is that queer? Is he a queer because he does that gay shit? Bruh.
I mean, do your thing, homeboy.
You know what I think? I think in 10 years, Tyler Perry is going to pull a Bruce Jenner. I've always been a woman. But you know what's going to happen? We're going to be like, nigga, we already knew.
Yeah, or like Luther. Like, Luther ain't never come out and say he was gay. You just assume.
We know. I assume niggas knew.
Ain't nobody know. Shit.
Let people tell it. They knew.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did you know? Dude, how you know Luther was gay? How did you know? Man, hell yeah, I knew he was gay. Did you know? I can only think of one or two ways that you could know another man is gay.
I'm telling you.
You either saw him do some shit or
you did some shit with him. What the fuck? Straight up.
Saying on weird shit.
Still a fan though.
Lakeith Stanfield pulled a Kid Cudi on his IG.
What you mean?
A Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi, like what? Some old suicide shit?
No. Wearing women's clothes.
He did?
Yeah. Nigga had on some lace stockings with some high heel shoes, a black. He got a.
Was he in character for something?
See, I wish we wasn't using my phone. No, he wasn't in character for nothing. He wasn't in character for nothing. Let me see if I can pull up this shit.
Man. Man, this is my thing though. Why does that bullshit have to be public? Why are you posting this shit?
Did you take it down?
To make it public though.
If this is what you do,
like,
Lakeith, why would you take it down?
But it's like, why would you? If you want to wear, your little shits wherever you at, wear your stuff. But why you got to put it on your phone? And why you got to make it so everybody can see you in it?
Bruh.
Like, you remember the De La Hoya thing? You in your boxing gloves and stockings and all that stuff in a cross-dressing thing with boxing gloves on, like, and it's public. Like, everybody knows this is what you did. Like, you can't even deny that's not you.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
You see it?
What is wrong with him?
Yeah, this nigga got the taco meat out.
I'm telling you, dog. Hey, I ain't the toughest nigga in the room, but I tell you this: once you do that, you are a hoe. You know what I'm saying? You a hoe ass nigga. You a hoe, nigga. You like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, once you do that,
these niggas weird,
yeah, man. And then don't say it's about art.
And it's fucked up because he's an awesome actor, dog.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan, but he's just on some weird shit. Like, why are y'all doing this shit, nigga? Is this your way of trying to get Hollywood to accept you?
Yeah.
Is that it? It gotta be.
And you would say that about, like Cudi too, but yeah, man. But no, I don't fuck with that at all. That's terrible.
Did you hear? I know you probably heard the song "Easy" by Gang and Kanye. Yeah. So.
Try to watch the drink champs last night.
I did watch. I watched it today. We'll get to that. It's coming up.
Yeah, come on, let's do it.
But yeah, did you see the video for Easy?
Heard about what's on there.
Yeah, it's a little claymation video, and in the video,
chopping off the head of the.
He didn't chop his head off.
Oh, that would have said on the caption.
In the video, he's holding a head that they assume is Pete Davidson's head.
Okay.
If you put two and two together, it probably is his head, but you never actually see him chop a head off. Wow. He buries this nigga up to his neck, alive.
Yeah.
Waters his head, and fucking flowers grow, and then he cuts the flowers off the head.
Right.
And I'm assuming when he finishes cutting the flowers off, he cuts the head off because then you got a bald head. But the head he's holding doesn't look like Pete Davidson.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, but that's what everybody's up in the. They just mad because of the video, but they mad at Kanye. Like, we have not talked about that Kim Kardashian Kanye shit, and we're not going to.
No.
But that's what they mad at.
You publicly disfigure a white man as somewhat of a C- celebrity. Like, nobody knows who Pete Davidson is besides SNL people who watch SNL. Like, I didn't know who the fuck he is. Still haven't seen him do a joke. I know he's supposed to be in some movie about Staten Island, but besides that,
I seen him in one movie, but
I don't know what he do.
He wasn't.
Like,
he
he's
didn't
a C-lister.
stick out to me. Like,
yeah, he is a C-lister. He famous off YouTube. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that.
These motherfuckers, they are corny. Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They corny as hell.
Hey.
But I like the song though.
The song dope, and the video was funny as hell.
Yeah.
The video actually is funny as hell because of that part, but it's kind of dark.
Yeah, he pushes boundaries.
Yeah,
I like that he pushes boundaries.
And this is Game's song.
Oh, it's his
Game's song. Game is he's in the video too. Like, nobody even mentions Game.
Yeah.
Even on the damn Drink Champs interview when they was talking about this, they only wanted to talk about Kanye's verses. Now let's talk about what Game said. Yeah. Game spit his whole verse, and they still wanted to talk about what Kanye said.
Yeah.
So it's like Kanye has a way of pulling attention to him.
Yeah.
Good or bad. And I think he means to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I think he means to do that.
Man, I've been watching this documentary. I enjoyed
that shit is off the chain, dog.
I love it.
Like, in those 3 episodes, it kind of pulls you through all the feelings you had about Kanye over the years. In those 3 episodes. The first week you was all excited and happy to see how he made the motherfucking college dropout, and you wanted to see him win. And then the next one, you started seeing him grow into this egotistical megalomaniac, and he's all spazzing out on people and still showing his genius because he's making fucking late registration.
Still making good music.
You know, you get to see all that, and then it goes through his mom dying, and then him losing touch with Cootie, who's doing his documentaries.
Yeah.
And then the third one is just going through all his mental health issues, and it just makes you go like how you felt. Like, now, like in the third act, you felt sorry for him, because now niggas, you kind of really feel sorry for him.
But you get it though.
Yeah, I've always got it.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
I've always got it, and I criticized him when he said that shit about slavery too. Everybody did.
Yeah.
But even after criticizing him, I still said, nigga, when his next album drop, I'ma listen to that shit.
Yeah, you can't deny that.
And when Jesus King came out,
still good.
Still listen to it, and it was still fire.
It's still good.
So, whatever the fuck, dog. Like,
yeah,
it just took 20 years of shit, balled it in a few hours, and it's like that. Yeah. That was my last 20 years dealing with Kanye.
Yeah.
We all felt that shit.
From 2004 to 2022, 18 years of checking them out. So, you know, I get it.
We all felt that way, Cootie. We right here with you. But yeah, moving on to this game interview. Game said that Kanye did more for him in 2 weeks than Dr. Dre did his entire career.
Now, that whole statement there is erroneous and stupid. It doesn't make any sense. The documentary.
Do you know what I'm upset about? I'm gonna let you finish that.
Yeah, well,
in true Kanye fashion. I'm gonna let you finish.
I appreciate it, sir. it's the fact that, man, you really seem like you get off on making these like stupid headlines. It's like, man, everyone knows that Dr. Dre did the documentary, and you didn't do much with him with the Doctor's Advocate or whatever, but he's responsible for people knowing who you are. His cosign of you, blew you up plus 50 Cent. So it's like for you to say this man did more for you in 2 weeks than the man did your whole career, like it's ridiculous.
But this is what I was upset at Nori and Finn for. They heard him say that.
Be correct.
Ain't no correcting.
What up?
They heard him say that and let it go. There was no context. He said it, and then the conversation kept going. They didn't come back to it.
Like, what do you mean by that?
They didn't hold up. You saying that Kanye did more for you in 2 weeks than Dre did for you? That's why everybody was watching that shit. They wanted to see the clarification. They want that clip. The clip that they posted damn near a week ago was exactly how it was. There's no context to it. He said it and he moved on from it. Yeah. Why am I watching this interview? Because if that's the clip that you post, Game said this, you're gonna get headlines. That's the clip that you post. Why in the fuck did y'all not make him expound on that? Because I wanted to know how. What did Kanye do for you in the last 2 weeks that was bigger than what Dr. Dre did for you the first 2 years of your whole goddamn career?
Yeah. I mean,
and then when you came back to him in 2011 for the Red album.
And he did.
Like, you mean to tell me that in 2 weeks, Kanye did more for you than that? This is going to be interesting. I want to hear it. And we didn't get to hear it. Yeah. So that's a slight on Nori in them.
Yeah,
the Game can feel that way. Maybe Kanye did. We're never going to know what the fuck he did.
I wouldn't say shit. I'd say he gave you a look. Unless, I don't know, whatever his new album may be. I think they mentioned some kind of title. Unless he produced the whole damn thing, which I highly doubt. Okay.
But what is that?
But I don't know. So, I mean,
unless he meant like as far as because now all we can do is speculate. Unless he meant this nigga just in these last 2 weeks being with him, he did all this, my promotion, beats and studio and getting me engineering the fucking, putting everything together like that. I guess I don't know. Cause how much work on Game's first album did Dr. Dre do? He gave him some beats. He executive producing the album ain't nothing but
putting the song list.
No. Executive producing the album is, nigga, it's my company, it's my money that's going into this shit. It's the A&Rs do most of the work. You know what I'm saying? Executive producer is, if you executive produce a movie, you just the nigga that put the money up. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called an executive producer. I'm the nigga at the top. It's my money. All right. So maybe he can mean that. Yeah, Dre executive produced my first album, but he pushed him off on 50. And 50 the one that, promoted him.
That cosign helped him too.
Released his singles and all that shit.
That cosign helped him too.
Yeah. Because if you know Game's story, when Game was just Aftermath, they wasn't doing that with him. They wasn't doing shit with him. So it wasn't until he got to G Unit that they actually started moving.
Yeah.
So
simple as that.
It could be a true statement, bro.
I don't know.
It could be a true statement, but without that clarification, we not gonna fucking know.
But you know what? Also, man, I mean, what I saw from the interview, even though it's always scattered, listening to Drink Champs, but like, we know that Game kind of like, he ain't rap too tight either, as far as like his personality and the way he see things either. So
he started the interview with a ski mask and shades on.
Yeah, well, I mean, what that tell you? Like, he a nut. He a nut. You know what I'm saying? And he a big ass person, 6'4", big ass nigga with.
Is every tall person
attitude
6'4"?
problems. Yep,
Huh?
they 6'4".
Every tall person 6'4" to you.
6'4".
It's like the
He
third
ain't
time
6'6".
you said it.
He ain't
6'4".
6'6". He ain't 6'6".
Man, all right.
Slim Thug 6'6".
Something else he said. He said that he's better than Eminem and will beat him in the verses.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this.
It's a lot of niggas that would beat Eminem in the verses.
I don't like it, but but you have to think about it. How much albums and music does Game have? That's crazy. Like
10 albums worth.
that's what I'm saying. Like I said, you got
I can-
1992, LAX, Red Album.
If you give me time, I can pick 20 songs that would beat Eminem in the verses.
He's got the catalog. Game is who he says he is. Game is a legend as far as on the West Coast.
If you look at the Red Album, documentary, Devil's Advocate,
Doctor's Advocate.
I don't remember the name of the album after
LAX,
Devil's.
Jesus Peace.
That's the song. That's the song I was thinking of. But LAX is the album.
He's got
a catalog, and his songs bang. So this is people don't understand why people are saying that these guys can beat Eminem in the verses, because Eminem songs don't connect with the hip hop community like the rest of these guys' songs do.
Oh,
Eminem pop, bruh.
He's pop, but also
he's pop, but he can rap his ass off.
Okay.
The songs he makes, though,
you gotta just keep it funky, man. It's like white people found a guy that had legit credibility because he came up in, the black ranks and was with the outside all stuff. You actually have a legit white lyricist who's actually pretty goddamn good, and they bought his album.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit still don't connect. Like I said, ain't nobody bumping Eminem in their car. You're bumping the earlier shit. No one is bumping nothing from Revival.
That when people say
Murder by
nobody's
Numbers.
bumping Eminem, I have used my time in the car to listen to an Eminem album. Okay. So I don't fully agree with that statement. If you listen to a guy's album the first time, any rapper's album the first time, you're either in your car or at work or doing whatever.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when they say ain't nobody bumping Eminem, are you turning Eminem's music on to clean your house? Probably not.
Nope.
Are you turning Eminem music on to pregame for the club? Probably not. Are you turning Eminem music on when you with a lady friend? Definitely not. I wouldn't. He talking about killing his mom and raping his wife and ex-girlfriend. I don't want to. That's a mood killer. Can you imagine?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, baby, so.
Cleaning out my closet. The fuck? The fuck? So, I mean, but just like you said, when you say there's a lot of people that can be Eminem.
And niggas that, if you walked into a nigga room and he was listening to Eminem and one of them skits came on, you like, this nigga's kind of weird.
Yeah. So I mean, you say that to be like, okay, and that doesn't take away from the fact he's a top tier lyricist.
Bruh. Now, there are a gang of Eminem features that might be able to handle some niggas.
Yeah, now when he's rapping on beat and not trying to just over rap and try to be fast.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about different songs.
Yeah.
Like Patiently Waiting.
Hard.
If he plays that, that's a point.
Renegade,
point, and that's his song. So, I mean, that is his song.
Oh,
it's his song.
No,
it is his song. Renegade is Eminem's song.
It's Jay-Z's song.
It's Eminem's song.
From what?
He gave it to Royce. They had beef. They took the Royce verse off. He gave it to Jay-Z. That is Eminem's song. If you want me to play you the Royce the 5'9" version, I will. I played it for you in 2003.
I heard it.
Yeah, I played it for you.
Man, I heard it.
That's Eminem's song. If it ain't Eminem's song, it's Royce the 5'9" song. But if it was Royce the 5'9" song, you wouldn't be able to take him off and give the beat to Jay. That's Eminem's song. He just gave it to Jay-Z.
Okay, all right. You say it's on there, all right.
If I say what's on there,
If you say it's Eminem's song, it's Eminem's song. Yeah.
it ain't Eminem's song because I say so. It's Eminem's song because it's Eminem's song.
Because you say so.
Shut the fuck up. Bro, whatever, man. Yeah. But
still mean Jay didn't have a great verse on it.
Yeah, he did. But anyway.
It's on his album.
All right, shut the fuck up. Renegade. Renegade. What's the song on Chronic 2002? 2001? I can always say 2002 for some reason. Forgot About Dre.
Come on, bro.
And fucking the one with What's the Difference?
Yeah.
So I mean that's 4 right there. Now if he's got other features.
Yep.
You know, the verse on Drake's song with him, Drake, Kanye, and Lil Wayne.
All right. Yeah,
so there's features where he's displaying his rap ability on hip hop, on traditional hip hop songs.
All right.
But when you talk about his singles, his hits, his number ones, nigga, Hi My Name is probably the only song in Guilty Conscience
that people can
and the song from the 8 Mile.
Lose Yourself.
Them 3 songs out of his whole that'll probably win him a point. Of his own songs that'll probably win him a point.
Well, I'm not a big Eminem fan. That's your department.
I'm just hey, it is what it is.
Detroit.
It is what it is.
Detroit.
It is. I ain't even from Detroit. Dog.
I know Saginaw, dog.
Hey, whatever, dog.
You in there?
Bruh, Saginaw is not Detroit. It ain't nowhere near Detroit.
Go do.
Look, listen, man. listen. Everybody from Michigan don't like Eminem.
True. But there's a lot of people that do.
It's a whole lot of people that do. Bruh, I still like Eminem. I just wish he would stop doing that bullshit.
It's not cool.
You know what I'm saying? Good. But here's the thing. When Eminem came out, I was in the, I want to say 10th grade. 10th or maybe 11th grade.
About
97.
You talking about Infinite and all that stuff or what?
Okay, you're right. It was 99. I'm trying to, when I go back into my memory banks, I have scenes.
All right.
And I remember scenes. I was in a certain classroom discussing How My Name Is.
Right. Okay.
And the discussion was, man, a black dude couldn't rap the way this nigga rapping, talking about my mom was on drugs and 99% of the time I was lied to and all this shit.
True.
You can't, you couldn't do that shit back then. So, nigga, when he first came out, and before niggas even found out he was from Detroit or any of that bullshit, niggas really wasn't feeling Eminem in Michigan.
True.
When he came out with How My Name Is. It wasn't until he found out that this nigga was signed Aftermath and found out the nigga really could spit and found out that when this nigga dropped Guilty Conscience, that's when niggas was like, okay, he ain't a one-hit wonder. He can spit. Because How My Name Is was funny. We looked at that nigga like Weird Al Yankovic.
It was a silly ass.
It was silly and it was funny and it was
silly ass.
That beat was cold.
But you know, to bring it back, I agree with Game. We probably could go head up with him. We probably could.
It's a lot of niggas that could beat Eminem in the verses.
But
if you leave it up to the hip hop community.
But we might also
if you invite the pop community in, Eminem will never lose.
Well, but I mean,
Eminem gonna go in there with the confidence and 10 Jadakisses.
Well, we might be discounting his catalog too, so I stop. But I just think
I'm not discounting his catalog.
Well, I mean that's still 10 albums worth of material.
I'm very familiar with Eminem's catalog.
Well, that's still 10 albums worth of material.
And it's a gang of black people that disagree with me. So it is what it is.
Yeah, but
you just have to let it play out so we can prove to you that it's random niggas that could beat Eminem in the verses. You got 20 hits, you could beat Eminem in the verses.
Yes, sir.
Because them 20 songs was played in the club. What Eminem song was played in the club?
Forgot About Dre.
Was played in the club?
Yep.
Can you imagine being in the club and so what do you say to somebody you hate or really want to try to? I don't give a fuck about damn bitch in the club at that moment. I am rapping.
Well,
I'm rapping. I got my drink in my hand and I'm looking for a gas can so I can say, and when the cops came through, me and Dre stood next to a burnt down house with a can full of gas and a handful of.
I know, but rep your city, dog. But yeah.
Hey, that's my favorite verse, dog. From
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
That's my shit, dog.
But I mean, I agree with you.
So that shit was played in the club. I don't remember that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would you play that shit in the club?
Yes.
What's the difference was played in the club?
No, forgot about Drake. I'm the real Slim Shady. Yep, that one when they had all them different.
I ain't talking about Razzles or the white people club we went into. I'm talking about
they played the shit. We ain't trying to stick.
Wildin' Entertainment played Eminem in the club.
Not where we was at.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Nigga, we was in the club at the same time.
I know. But,
bro, I'm talking about when we was 21, 18 through 24.
No, they did not. No, they did not.
Because I ain't never heard Eminem played in the club.
No, they did not. So, I mean, if you're talking about
unless they might have played What's the Difference and played Dre's part. Because that beat bump.
That shit was hard. But no, they ain't play that either.
So, you know what I'm saying? The nigga say,
yeah, twins. Anyway, moving on, dog. Moving on.
50 Cent threatens to leave Stars.
Nigga, don't fuck up your bag.
I mean, he can't. He trying to negotiate a new bag, and they won't give him no money. So, what is he gonna do?
Man, it's just getting good. I don't know. I mean, wait till your contract is over.
If the contract expires,
then renegotiate.
But they're negotiating now.
Well, I hope he gets his money.
This nigga has how many #1 shows on Stars? He got all the top shows on Stars. Nobody watches Stars for any other reason.
True. So I mean,
BMF, Power Book 2, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and then this Force. I mean, I haven't really watched Force, but
Force is cool.
You watched it?
Yep.
Yeah. Like I work Sunday, so we usually sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Just ain't had the time. But yeah. So if he has to move it to another platform,
do what you do.
Move it to Peacock. Cause that Bel Air shit is doing great.
Yeah, Bel Air popping.
That shit, I love that show. Yeah. I hate Carlton on that show.
But you're supposed to.
And Lisa ain't Lisa enough. But
you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You on that cocaine though.
Xanax. Xanax.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you see
he said it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. The first time Will caught him. Will walks in on that nigga huffing a lot.
I did. Boogie sugar.
Oh man. All right, let's talk about Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9".
All right.
You talk about.
Well, I mean, first off, I saw the videos for Vacancy first.
Yeah.
And I checked it out. I was like, damn. But I liked it.
So is that a song?
Yeah, song is for the first single came out was that. It was, Vacancy.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. It was it's like the fans was waiting for their album for so long. And it never came about.
So who's on the song?
So it's Joel and Crooked Eye.
Okay.
And so the thing is, what they're trying to say is that Crooked Eye came with a deal. They did not like the deal. Royce the 5'9" said he would not do Slaughterhouse without Joe Budden.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was like, okay, what about a 3-man group? And, they just couldn't come to no agreement. So then it's like, okay, you got Royce the 5'9" say, all right, it was fun. It's done. It was fun while it lasted. That period of time was fun while it lasted. It's done. Mm-hmm. You have Joe that says he's in retirement. Mm-hmm. So these guys go ahead and try to make an album. They make an album, The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse. Mm-hmm. And then Royce the 5'9" and Joe Budden, all these guys are in their feelings about it like, oh, why are you guys doing this?
That's the part that I'm having trouble understanding is why are y'all mad?
Y'all didn't want to do
Y'all
it.
don't want to do it.
You didn't want to do it. So it's like, so Royce the 5'9" say, Joe said he will rap. Who he said he would rap to? He says he's podcasting now. Like, basically, this is what I do.
And I haven't watched Joe's podcast in a minute, but when I was watching it, every episode he would say, "I don't rap. I'm retired. I don't rap. I'm retired. I
Over
don't
and
rap.
over
I'm
again.
retired."
Over
In
and
every
over
episode, I guarantee you, go back. He says, "I don't rap. I'm retired."
So now,
Because that's when Rory and Maul was there. He was
yeah.
they steady kept trying to get him to write some bars.
So the behind the scenes thing is this though. They said that Slaughterhouse has only been off of Shady for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So it says it's been off of Shady for less than a year, and this is what they do with it. So now it's like they all upset noise. Now, mind you, you got Royce the 5'9" that dropped like 3 to 4 albums.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, Joe Budden's still doing his podcasting. So these guys was like, hey, we gonna do this. And like I said, now you got all this controversy saying, basically saying that these two guys just made an album just dissing them or something like that. Man, it's the class. They classy songs. They're good songs. Yeah. The first two, like they got Vacancy, and another song is called Backstage. Really good song, but it's just like they basically saying that Joel and Crooked are basically like dissing them, for the album. It's like,
all right, well, if they dissing y'all, diss them back.
Yeah, but it's like all they want to do is rap. Like, dog, you're rappers. Rappers should want to rap.
Right.
And if you don't want to rap, then you can't be mad at other dudes who want to rap.
I don't understand the waiting on Joe Budden or not wanting to do something without Joe Budden. Y'all don't have to call it slaughter. And if y'all did do something without Joe Budden, he can't get in his feelings about it.
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't want to, you're retired. So what do we want to do? We're not calling this, like, I can understand if they are calling themselves that's what I thought it was at first. I thought the issue was Joel, and Crook was calling themselves New Slaughterhouse. Yeah. That's not it. Because that's what the headline was. They formed a New Slaughterhouse. No, they're Joel and Crook. And the album is The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse. Right. What's the problem?
Yeah.
We're not calling ourselves Slaughterhouse. Joe, I guarantee you, his issue was with money.
Yeah, that was they said that.
He's talking about 25% and all this. Bitch, we're not calling ourselves Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
And I can title my album whatever the fuck I want.
Well, like, for instance, okay, so I'm checking out the Instagram Live, and it's like all three of them on it. So it's like, he told him, like, the logo and all that stuff, basically saying that Joel and Crooked Eye don't have a logo. So he's, like, saying basically he could legally go after them for using even the slogan, the logo of the pig. And it's like, dog, for what? You don't want to rap.
That's all that nigga is. It's all money. I can't fucking stand Joe Budden.
And then he said that, okay, he was like, I'm bigger than you guys. I'm bigger than what y'all doing. So it's like, that's that is the real issue.
Bruh, it's Rory and Maul all over again.
Yeah, you're bigger than the group.
Let's not talk about Joe Budden no more.
Yeah, man. So, man, needs to say
Black-owned business feature for this week.
Hold on. Well, hold on real quick. I was saying, I'm excited about the album. So I'm ready to hear. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm excited about the album. That nigga Green, and also, I mean, I had to get that point out. And then, dog, this nigga, I've heard this term, and I don't like to use this term, narcissist, because I think that shit is gay. But dog, that nigga there, that Buddy nigga, he is the clear definition.
Oh of that word. Yeah.
Like he's just a toxic ass nigga that can rap.
Is narcissistic.
Yeah, he's a toxic ass nigga that can rap.
But let's not talk. I don't want to talk. This is why we don't talk about other niggas' podcasts, because I feel a way about certain niggas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like you, like even if I don't give a fuck if I do watch your podcast, I can watch your podcast and not like you. I watch this podcast with Rory and Maul.
Yeah. I like it.
Right. The three of them together in Parks, it was funny. I could not watch 2 hours of Joe Budden talking. Yeah, not. By himself or with people that I don't fuck with. It took me a minute to even get into the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Maul. Took me a minute. Wow. And then Moss, the cool laid back nigga that
Say the real
don't
shit.
do shit.
Yeah.
Like he don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? He don't do that.
Right.
I don't do that. I don't do that. But he cool. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny they banter back and forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was watching that.
Yeah.
Now you got these niggas I don't know, and it was like I gotta do this all over again.
Them niggas is
I'm
corny.
straight.
And
Black.
then, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna just one more comment. I don't like the fact that them other two side co-hosts on that joint diss them. Like they, but that's it.
I haven't watched it. I don't even watch Rory and Maul new podcast anymore. It's like, what for?
Yeah.
What for?
You're right. We good.
Black owned business feature for this week is Vera Roots. Got this spiced elderberry sea moss bar.
What?
Bruh. I'm gonna tell you something.
Looks good. Sea moss bar. Whoa.
Yeah, bruh. I had 6 of these motherfuckers.
It's good.
I have 2 left.
Okay.
These bitches is busting. They good as hell, dog. I don't know if sea moss has a taste, but if it did, you don't taste it.
Okay.
I got this sea moss bars, and then I got their meal replacement shakes.
Okay.
Them shit's good as hell. I put banana in mine a little bit just to thicken the shake up.
Yeah.
Cause I don't like when you make a smoothie with ice. Like ice is water, nigga. It's gonna melt and make it thin. So I drink it. I make my smoothie with almond milk, and I throw a couple pieces of banana in there, and it's already got like a vanilla-ish flavor. They also got a chocolate one. Tastes real good.
Okay. So I'm about that.
People that's about meal replacement. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but it's worth it. Like when you break it down, like if you order it, I think the 6 bars was like $27 for a 6-pack, and then the meal replacement was $27 as well. But it's like 14 servings. So if you break that down by the price, you're getting like into $2 a serving or whatever.
Okay.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. And then, nigga, eating healthy is expensive anyway.
It is.
But you know what you know what allows you to afford eating healthy? When you give up drinking liquor, smoking, because the money you spend on that, you just revert over to the healthy shit. And I'm not sitting here talking to y'all like I'm some kind of health nut or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to eat better, work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slim this gut down.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Skinny niggas with a gut, that ain't a good look. I know it's women out there like they like dad bods now. I don't.
Well, you crazy.
I don't like it on me, so fuck it. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get that. Oh, my bad. So it's Vera Roots. Their Instagram is at Vera Roots Products. That's VERAROOTS PRODUCTS. As if I'm not gonna put it on the screen. And well, if you're listening on Spotify, you can't see that, so yeah, I'll spell it out. And then the website is veraroots.com. So y'all go check them out. Get you some of them sea moss bars. They got different flavors. I got the spiced elderberry because in this age of COVID, you need to fuck with that elderberry and that sea moss. But they got some chocolate ones. They got the blueberry one. They got a lot of them. So I'll just check them out. They got superfood ones. All right, let's go ahead and get your last word, bro.
I mean, hey, the system, we have to keep, hold these people accountable. And then, of course, also we have to be, hold ourselves accountable for how we communicate our platforms. Like I said, when we talk about defund the police, we need to talk about what that means and what that looks like. So, hey, I'm out.
Yeah. Hey.
That's it.
That's what it is. And Y'all already know. I already said it. If you're rooting for Eminem in any verses, you better hope he goes in there with the confidence of 10 Jada kisses. Because if he does that, he won't lose. But, I mean, if Game goes in there with the confidence of 10 Jada kisses, he won't lose either. But you, just go throughout life with the confidence of Jada kiss, you'll never lose. You'll win at everything. Live in love like it's your last. Live in love like it's all you have. With that being said, this has been the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
We out.